Project Titan. Ever had a feeling that Apple Inc. would one day think about developing a car? Find out more with iReview channel, and please don't forget to subscribe. Many of you have heard this question in your head. Does Apple have a car? Let's find out the new Apple Car project. The Apple Car is coming, and here's everything we've heard about it so far. The idea of owning an Apple Car is pretty appealing, even though competition in the electric vehicle market is increasing exponentially. It's no secret that the Apple Car has been in development for some time, though the company has very little to show for it. While there are plenty of products that could be the next big thing, including Apple Glasses and the Apple VR or AR headset. But what are the key differences between the two handsets? Here's everything we know so far. The Apple Car could also take that crown, and while it might seem bizarre for a computer company to start making cars, Apple isn't the only company doing it. However, it doesn't seem like the Apple Car will be arriving anytime soon. The idea of having an Apple Car is incredibly appealing, even with the electric vehicle market getting increasingly competitive. It's no secret that iPhone sales have leveled off in recent years, and Apple needs that next big thing for the world to obsess about. The Apple Car could be that thing, especially if the rumors are true, and the car will be completely autonomous. Rumors have circulated for years, but we've never actually heard anything official from Apple itself. But we still know that the Apple Car exists, though it may not be arriving for quite some time. But this won't just be any car. Apple is reportedly working on a fully autonomous self-driving car. While that's nothing new, the Apple Car is said to be one you can buy and keep in your garage rather than something you would summon from an app. It'll be a huge deal if Apple can pull it off. Details are still pretty scarce right now, but the prospect of getting the Apple Car within a few years has plenty of people excited. If you're one of them and want to learn more, you're in the right place. Here's everything we know about the Apple Car, including leaks, rumors, and that all-important release date. Latest Apple Car news. A new report claims Apple has partnered with Korean firm OSIT to develop the chips for Apple Car's autonomous driving features, which are likened to Tesla Autopilot. Apple's latest patent involves an impressive sunroof design, complete with variable opacity to control incoming light, and a system that opens up while side windows go down. A new report claims Apple has been meeting with Korean electronics companies about supplying Apple Car components. Those companies are said to be pretty keen, and have developed Apple Car task forces to bolster their chances of being involved. Apple Car features. The Apple Car won't be your typical electric car. Instead, it's going to be completely autonomous and will do all the driving for you. To get around, the car is going to be equipped with LiDAR sensors that will help it see the world around it. Apple is no stranger to LiDAR, having included it on certain high-end iPhones and iPad Pros, and everything we've seen suggests it'll be coming to the Apple Car as well. LiDAR is short for light detection and ranging, and the system works by sending out pulsed lasers. Those lasers will be reflected back to the car's sensors as it hits objects, and using that information it forms a picture of what objects are in the surrounding area and how far away they are. But LiDAR is used by almost every self-driving car out there. In fact, only Tesla has sworn off LiDAR in favor of a computational vision system. With that in mind, the Apple Car is going to need to have a fair bit of computing power behind it. And a report from analyst Colin Barndon suggests that it could all come from a C1 chip. Per Barndon, this will be based on the iPhone XS's A12 Bionic and will pack in AI-centric features. Macrumors notes that this report is highly speculative, though, and it would be quite strange for the Apple Car to be powered by a chip that will be 6 years old in 2024. The A12 is powerful, but Apple has plenty more chips that perform even better, and it seems unlikely it would opt for such aging hardware. Instead, Mark Gurman reports that Apple will be developing its most advanced chips for use in the Apple Car. The chip is said to be mostly formed of neural processors to power all the AI algorithms the car will need if it really will drive itself. Gurman also claims that Apple will be focusing on the interior design, since the Apple Car is supposed to be hands-off, and that includes both an infotainment system and integration with Apple's existing suite of services. What really sets the Apple Car apart, from what we've heard, is its monocell battery technology. According to reports, this maximizes the size of the cells inside the Apple Car's battery pack, which means it theoretically gets a longer range out of a single charge. Reports also claim Apple is also set to use lithium iron phosphate in its batteries, rather than the usual lithium-ion solution, which is less likely to overheat. That should, in turn, make the car much safer. What has Apple said? Apple is usually mum about unreleased products, and the Apple Car is no exception. However, Tim Cook has confirmed that the automotive sector has piqued Apple's interest, hinting at his company's car plans during an appearance on Kara Swisher's Sway podcast. "We investigate so many things internally," Cook said. "Many of them never see the light of day. I'm not saying that one will not." More encouragingly, Cook seemed to suggest that should Apple get involved with cars, it would not be content to merely design a software setup and hand it over to a car manufacturer. "We love to integrate hardware, software, and services, and find the intersection points of those because we think that's where the magic occurs," Cook said. "And so that's what we love to do. And we love to own the primary technology that's around that. Where is it being built?" Apple is, as many people know, a computing company with absolutely zero experience building and selling cars. So the prospect of it actually building the Apple Car itself is kind of laughable. It's more likely the actual manufacturing would be outsourced to a different company with all the relevant resources already. While there's no shortage of automakers out there, it's been reported that many of them are hesitant about being involved with the Apple Car. Evidently, the big brands don't want to end up as the Foxconn of the auto industry, referencing the Taiwanese company best known for manufacturing iPhones and other products for the company. Right now, the frontrunner for Apple Car construction is said to be LG and Canadian auto parts manufacturer Magna. Magna has manufacturing plants all over the world, so it's not clear which ones would be used to build the Apple Car. Meanwhile, Apple has reportedly demanded any battery partners manufacture the Apple Car's batteries in the United States, something that has apparently caused some bad blood between Cupertino and some potential Chinese partners. Earlier this year, it was reported that Hyundai was the frontrunner for Apple Car, though it's since been reported that Hyundai isn't particularly interested in developing a car under someone else's name. For reasons, subsidiary Kia was brought on board as a replacement, with the goal reportedly being to produce the Apple Car at its plant in Georgia. Unfortunately, talks broke down after news of the potential deal leaked, with Apple pausing talks and looking elsewhere. There have been reports that the Kia deal isn't completely dead, though we haven't heard anything positive on that front in the months since. Ming-Chi Kuo has also claimed that Apple is partnering up with Hyundai to use its eGMP battery electric vehicle platform. That will form the basis of the Apple Car's first chassis. Apple is also said to be considering partnerships with General Motors and European car maker PSA, who may help the Apple Car launch in international markets. Apple is reportedly looking to South Korea to at least supply the components for building the Apple Car, as well as the batteries. If previous reports about Apple's US manufacturing conditions are true, it's likely the company is still looking at assembling the Apple Car in the US. And that's for this week's video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comment down below.